Former Prime Minister Peter O'Neill has accused the current PNG government of taking on another K1 billion in new loans just weeks after a previous withdrawal of over K1 billion. Peter O'Neill is now an MP for Isla Bupangia, but he's still very vocal on fiscal issues. His concern? That the government under Prime Minister James Marape is borrowing at a rate and scale that could jeopardize the country's financial stability. Specifically, O'Neill argues that these new loans are fueling a cash crisis while public services, like healthcare, are under pressure. O'Neill says the government secured another K1 billion in borrowing. This comes only weeks after more than K1 billion was reportedly withdrawn from Kumul Minerals, a state-owned enterprise. According to O'Neill, K600 million came from domestic banks, allegedly for the Connect PNG infrastructure program. K400 million was supposedly borrowed from the Asian Development Bank, ADB, as budget support. He warns that the government is overborrowing, putting future generations at risk. O'Neill argues there's a lack of transparency. Where exactly is this money going? Is it actually helping people or lining political projects? He used strong language, calling for greater accountability, especially given rising concerns that hospitals are running out of medicines. His conclusion: if funds are being misallocated, then programs like Connect PNG should be paused and priority should go to healthcare. While O'Neill's statement is sharp, it's important to note there hasn't been, at least publicly, a full detailed rebuttal in this article. This claim adds to growing scrutiny of the Marape government's debt strategy. Critics worry about the scale, interest burden, and long-term repayment. If O'Neill is right, it could deepen PNG's debt burden at a time when many Papua New Guineans are already feeling economic stress. Continued high borrowing could crowd out spending on essential services, or lead to tougher loan terms if lenders start to see higher risk. On the other hand, infrastructure development like roads, through Connect PNG, could be a long-term investment, but only if managed correctly. Key takeaway: O'Neill is raising a red flag, another big loan, raised quickly, and potentially without enough clarity or safeguard. For ordinary citizens, what matters is whether this borrowing actually leads to real improvements, not just bigger debt. Questions for the government: where is the money going? What guarantees are there that this doesn't derail public service funding? As this story develops, transparency and public oversight will be crucial.